Hey everyone, it's Paul with the incredible, amazing, astonishing video of the week. It's Tuesday, and so hey, I've got this incredible stock, and it is addressing something that I think for most people above a certain age, you'll be like, really? This is what's going on? But yeah, it is going on. It has to do with an American institution that is like, many other things, just in the middle of radical, incredible transition, change, shift, whatever you want to call it. And there is one stock that is setting up to be the beneficiary of all of these shifts, changes, and stuff that's going on. But before I get into all of that, let me do the legal stuff, which is our disclaimer, which is that this video and all the content from my company, ATG Digital Media, is not investment advice. See it as opinion, information, engagement, and for those of you who find me funny, entertainment. Yeah. Also, past performance does not equal future results. So I mentioned that something went up in the past, or or it can go up, like something that happened in the past does not mean that it's guaranteed to happen. Errors, mistakes, oversights, they happen because me and our team, we are all human beings, and that comes with the territory. Capital loss is a likely and potential outcome. Any trade, any speculation, any investment always carries the potential for loss, and you should take that into account if you choose to do anything with the opinion, information that is in this video or in any of our content. Finally, I, the owners, contractors, employees, associates of ATG Digital Media, we own, we trade, transact in the investments that are mentioned in this video, model portfolios, updates, tweets, podcasts. I mean, I got an array of content that's out there. So in addition to this YouTube channel, obviously, I'm on Twitter. Oops, sorry, X. Sorry, Elon, X. I post on X. We've got a podcast I call Bald Man Speculating. I've got the Substack. So there's a lot of stuff out there for you to check out. Yeah. Also, quick plug for my company, ATG Digital Media. ATGdigital.media is the website. We have paid subscriptions that begin at $9.99, not $999, $9.99. We cover innovation and growth. We are laser focused on that. That's the only thing we focus on. We are not interested in sort of like what I call legacy old world companies, assets, things like that. So for example, if you're looking for coverage on gold, you will not find it. If you're looking for coverage on Bitcoin, hey, you found the right place. If you're looking for coverage on artificial intelligence, well, you found the right place. So yeah, innovation, growth, so stocks and crypto, stock, crypto picks, updates, market strategy, commentary. You want to try it out absolutely free. Well, try it out is not the right word. If you want to kind of like see, like, hey, a taste, a sample of what this looks, feels, sounds like, well, check out the Substack, which magically has my name on it, paulmampilli.substack.com, in which we discuss actual stock picks, actual crypto, actual analysis. It's put out 5 days a week, and that's one of like the many free things that are out there. We're also on Facebook. I know we have stuff being posted on Instagram. So, we've got a lot of stuff out there. All right, getting back to this week's video. All right, so what we call TV, the folks that do analysis on TV call linear TV. Because it goes back to the idea of when, like, really you were given like a schedule, remember TV Guide? And you'd be told like, hey, Seinfeld will be on at, I don't know, what time was it on? 9? I think it was 9 was prime time, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure 9 o'clock was prime time. And you'd get, I don't know, a drink, maybe dinner, maybe popcorn, snacks. You'd sit there and everyone sit there and watch. And that was the world for what, 20, maybe even 30 years? You know, the thing is, folks, go Google, which I did, for linear TV collapse. So remember, linear TV is essentially appointment TV, old school TV, right? Linear. And something amazing has happened. It hasn't taken that long for it to happen. Over the last, what, like 10, really 15 years, 10 years for the biggest change, which is that now there are a majority of people that no longer sit down and watch TV in that way. They are streaming. They are streaming. And you are probably one of them. Many people might have linear TV, old school TV, and also be streaming. I have truthfully not been watching TV for a very, very long time. I gave up my TV in 1998 and sort of like, I'm an early adopter and I've been on the internet, yeah, since like the late 1990s, getting pretty much all of my content through the internet. So I'm really pretty focused on like this. And I've been waiting for this to unfold because it was quite clear that the array of choices and what you could watch, like, I mean, TV could only serve audiences of a certain size. If you were in a sport, activity, or type of program or content that didn't appeal to enough people, well, there was no place for you. But that world has completely changed. Today, with YouTube, with Vimeo, with Hulu, Netflix, I mean, there's so many different content choices that are out there. Yeah, the world of linear TV, old school TV, legacy TV is gone. It is gone, 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 gone. 50% or more of people now are streaming. And I've described the new world that is now in front of us. In other words, we've got folks that, yeah, I mean, they don't want to sit down and watch TV the old way. They want to watch what they want to watch. They want to watch it in the way that we want to watch it. Hello, binge watching. Yeah, I mean, you don't know what binge watching is? That's where you watch like something like a TV series on Netflix, except you watch it all in a row for 6 or 8 or 10 hours in a row. And then you also watch it when you want to watch it, as opposed to when the TV station or channel wants to push it out to you. Well, that's done is that it has completely busted up the world of advertising. Remember, TV lives on advertising. And seemingly the folks who run advertising agencies, their clients, seem to be the last people to really be ready for this astonishing change. I can't believe that they don't know it's going on. I believe it's the fact that they don't really know what to do, which is that TV was so central. Like, I mean, to the idea of like, of like every day, like, I mean, 1980s or 1990s, I mean, you got back from work, you'd I don't know, get a cup of soda or a beer or whatever, and you'd sit in front of your TV. I mean, that was the routine. Well, that's now no longer there. So what do you do if you're an advertiser? What do you do if you're an advertising agency? There's obviously the internet and all those little ads on all those websites, but that doesn't really allow someone to create a brand or anything like that. So what do you do? Well, you got to deal with the new world that is there. But those folks have been spending money on old school TV, even now. Like, I think, like, Dean, put that stat up. It's $68 billion, and 76% of all advertising spend is still on old school TV. Yeah. So the world has changed, but what pays for it hasn't changed. So somewhere in the next 12, 24, 36 months, because that 50% mark, that's a big deal. In other words, greater than half of all folks are no longer watching TV. Yet 76% and $68 billion, folks, $68 billion is still being spent on old school TV. That is going to move. That is going to move. That is going to move into something that really is in that streaming world. And so if you go and think, well, streaming, I mean, obviously, you can have a Netflix subscription. You can obviously have YouTube, and they've got YouTube Premium Plus. There's Hulu. I mean, if you're a sports fan, there's all of these online like content channels or whatever. But I mean, it's just it's this world that is like all so mixed up, right? I mean, how do you get all of it? I mean, you have to go from website to website. Well, you will remember there is one company that kind of puts it all together. Puts it all together. Begins with an R, ends with a U. Mm. I wonder what that company might be. Those of you who have some of those smart TVs, go to the back of your TV. What will you find there? Yep. Roku. 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 Yeah, this little company, which I believe was started by Netflix and was spun out from them, has somehow arrived at this incredibly powerful position of becoming the gatekeeper, the gateway to all streaming. They've got, I forgot what their market share, but essentially for all practical purposes, Roku is a streaming monopoly. Monopoly. What is a monopoly? In other words, they have no competition. There is no competition. No one thinks of it like, right, thinks of Roku as a monopoly right now, but let's give this a few years, folks. Let's give this a few years and let's see, which is that everyone will need to go through their little, what, dongle? I don't know what that thing is, but whatever it is, you need to get through there to have, access to all the eyeballs that are watching. So they've got incredible power to be the gatekeeper, to be the gateway, to be the toll booth. Yes, the toll booth. Remember, businesses that have the benefit of controlling the commanding heights, the toll booth. You want to go through here, you will pay me first. You will pay me. You will pay me. Yeah, and that's what Roku is. In some ways, it's that old school. You guys remember I mean, for those who are older, the old cable boxes? I mean, those were gatekeepers too. But all of that, just imagine there were all those different cable companies, but imagine it all went into one company, Roku. All right, well, look at Roku. So is this priced like a monopoly? Is this priced as if $68 billion worth of advertising in some way, shape, or form has to go through Roku's gateway, Roku's toll booth? Yeah, in my opinion, no, absolutely not. Okay, I know all of y'all focus on stock prices, but listen, folks, you got to level up. You got to go to market capitalization. All right, you got to go to market capitalization because that's really the stock market world. That's the stock market value. The stock price is simply how many pieces you cut a company up into. If you cut it up into a lot of pieces, you can get a very low stock price. You cut it up into fewer pieces, you have a slightly higher stock price. If the size of the opportunity is very large, and you have very few pieces, then you have a very large stock price. So if you go purely by stock price, you're going to end up with, oftentimes quite low quality companies, or you're not going to be focused on opportunity, and that's what matters. And the opportunity for Roku is huge. Why? Look at that number that I showed you, 76% of spending on advertising is still on old school TV. That has to move. That is going to move. It's guaranteed to move because next year that number is going to be whatever, 45, 40. 2 years from now, that will be 35 or 30, and then it just won't matter. So that money is going to move. And you can try and guess oh, maybe it's going to go to this channel or the other, or you can be like, hey, I don't need to get that right. I just got to get the gatekeeper. I just got to own the toll booth. That's Roku. Roku today, what is like $11 billion stock, 11 billion. People are like, oh, that seems like a lot. This is not a lot. Today's world, we've got Microsoft, Apple. Yeah, they're worth Trillions. Apple's worth 3 trillion. Microsoft worth 2.5 trillion. Google's worth 2 trillion. Amazon 2 trillion. 11 billion for a monopoly on television, on all video? Yeah, that's crazy cheap in my opinion. Crazy cheap, 11 billion. So you can focus on the stock price, say, Paul, it's $80 and it used to be 40, or you can think 11 billion. What could this be? I mean, is it going to go up in a straight line every single day, every single week, every single month? Absolutely not. But hey, you look out a bit and you got this catalyst, right? Which is that linear TV is in collapse mode. The advertising is all still on there. You know it's going to go somewhere else. It's going to obviously get spread out. You know, some will go on the internet, but a lot of it is going to go find itself back on some kind of video. And who controls that gateway? It's Roku. They're worth $11 billion. Yeah, the high was 400. But even at 400, so like what, 80, so 5 times, even at 50 billion, I mean, yeah, it was not expensive. If you have a time frame, which is, or you have the viewpoint that video is going to be around, people are going to own some large screen that is going to be in their living room, in their bedroom, or in other places, and they want access to all the content that is out there, but they don't want to go to 35 or 40 or 50 different places to get it. Well, how do you do that? Well, you do that through the Roku device. And so that's my video for this week, which is that there is one company set to benefit from the end of a world, really, the end of a kind of culture, end of, yeah, TV as we once knew it. And that company is Roku, trading for about 80 bucks. Yeah, I mean, over the next 12, 24 months, we've got catalysts, obviously, the continued decline of linear TV, the shift of advertising, and we've got a recovery unfolding as, we go from really weak growth to slightly better growth, or a recovery in advertising with the presidential election, a lot of things going in the right direction for Roku. Sooner rather than later, people are going to look back from 400 and say, oh my God, it was so cheap at 80. I wish I bought it, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. All right. Going to end this video with of course, we are grateful and appreciative that you choose to watch us. Maybe you're watching us on Roku. That would be awesome. All right. Come back next week. This is Paul saying